9-pitch at bat.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Upton's under it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Up next, Leury Garcia. Past meetings with Andrew Heaney. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. First pitch of the AB on its way. Strike taken. Good bender on the outside there. Hit on the ground to short. Iglesias is there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
As the rain continues to fall.
At the plate now is David Fletcher as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch on its way. Fletcher has a history in coming through in the clutch moments, of course. It's always a little bit of a debate whether or not being clutch is actually a trait that a player possesses. But with him, there's no denying it. We've seen him deliver in big moments repeatedly throughout his career. It just seems he elevates his game somehow when the pressure is on.
Yeah, Matty, he has definitely put that debate to rest. He has absolute ice water in his veins.
Fouled away. He's set. Here's the 2-2.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? It's a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
And there's one down now. Ready now is Luis Rengifo as the switch hitter will bat right-handed here. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old Plesac and climb the ladder.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like the pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters, and go grab some bench.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. And that'll split the gap as it should be, extra bases. And he'll settle for a single here as they whip it back in quickly.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
In now is John Jay, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. Angels strand 1. We'll head to the 4th. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Man, this pitcher is on right now, pounding the zone, attacking these hitters. He's making it look easy.
2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. 2-2. And he fouls this one off.
Today we're talking about how to break up your team, and this works literally every time.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but This might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Hit down the line at first. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. The throw into second. And he's going to make it there. Barely, as he's into second base with a double.
Well, back in the day, you would hope your leadoff man can work a walk or leg out an infield single, but not in today's game. Now they expect the leadoff hitter to have a little pop, just like this guy. Nice leadoff double.
Nick Madrigal will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap.
I had hot dogs with chili. And there's chili in the
Pulls into
fridge.
second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the
Okay,
play.
and I built them. I'm just telling you what I had.
Back-to-back doubles now, and
I
that's a
didn't know what you
great
wanted.
way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit, lacing a double of his own. Could be a big inning if this continues.
Yanked on the ground down the line. Oh, look at Rendon.
Why'd you throw the
Excellent
second?
effort, but no chance to make the play at first. That's a base hit. So next to hit is Eloy Jimenez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swing and a miss that time. Strike one.
This is where, as a hitter, you need to slow your thinking. You know he's trying to get you a double play ball right here. You have to control the strike zone.
To Iglesias for one. On to first to complete the double play.
No, this is, yeah, it's wrong.
Oh, that double play gave him a really good chance
This
to
is,
minimize the damage here. One
franchise
run
game.
has come across, but now he just has to work to strand that
He's
runner
been
at third.
controlling
Would
the
be
Angels
pretty
for a
huge
season.
if he can do that.
Yerman Mercedes is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning.
Oh, a few days ago, what game were you getting
Sox
mad
get
at?
one on
Was
the
it football
RBI
game?
double.
Football game.
Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's now 1-0 Chicago.
I love him so much.
Cause
Everything that we've done.
nothing I'm that good at.
Mike Trout ready to settle in and kick
I don't
off
like
the
the way
inning.
it
Matt
plays.
Vasgersian joined by
Yeah.
Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac with you in the booth. Now here's the first offering. Mike Trout is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one.
Is unfazed by any external noise. And
Can we leave now?
she's going to be so amazing. Whatever she does.
That evens it up 1-1. Here's the pitch. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball two.
Wow, was he looking to swing the bat right there? Check pitch on his swing. That ball wasn't even close to the zone.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Man, that's got to sting for the pitcher and his teammates. They just get on the board and are feeling good about themselves, looking for a shutdown inning so that they can get some more runs on the board. But instead, this guy blasts a leadoff double. Getting that shutdown inning is going to be a lot tougher now.
Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Not sure the spin throw was necessary there, but it sure looked good. Would have been questionable if he threw it away, but he put it right on the money for the out.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Sliced hard on the ground. He's got it. And the throw goes to first for the out, but that'll be enough to get the run home as they pull back to even at 1-1.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
One of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first two pitches for strikes. And unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Justin Upton is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside 1-0. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fouled off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. This guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
1-2 now. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll give way to the 3rd baseman, Yoan Moncada. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Hit out towards second. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. No one on with 1 down, and into bat next is Luis Robert. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Again, he sends it out of play. The next 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to first. Scooped up. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Next up is Adam Engel. Flew out last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And now the infield shifts into a bunt prevent formation. No surprise with the speed that's at the plate. Now a step off as they try to get on the same page. The windup and the 0-1. Skied down the left field line. On the move is Upton. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied at... And now, David Fletcher. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
The second base.
First pitch of the AB now. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Robert has it, and it's a quick out number 1. One out, base is empty, and that'll bring up Luis Rengifo from the stretch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Here comes the 1-2. Is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Into the box, Jose Iglesias. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robert will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Angels go down 1-2-3. We played... Top half of the 6th about to get started. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Leury Garcia. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1.
You can tell this guy's got great feel for all this stuff right now. To break out that nasty hammer right there, this guy's on point.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip on to first to record the out. And the next to bat will be Tim Anderson. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Hey, this guy has really been attacking the zone, and this lineup has been more than happy to swing at a lot of pitchers' pitches so far.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board, so both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Hit in the air to center field. Trout has a read on it, and he makes the play to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. Still tied. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Jon Jay.
The right fielder, Jon.
First pitch on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it is Jimenez, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So here is Mike Trout, a hit in 2 tries for him so far.
Wow.
He's set and the pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Garcia is there, and on one pitch, Trout is retired. And now in the box, Jared Walsh. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch coming, here it is. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw on to first, a 3-pitch inning, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. 7. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a curveball. This one clocked at 78, and it's 0-2.
He dropped that curveball in for a strike right there. But don't kid yourself, that's a dangerous pitch. He needs to start thinking about maybe working that back door, or that could get some serious damage done to it.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Clears this one over toward first, but this will be taken easily at first, and there are 2 gone.
Now back.
Next up, Yermin Mercedes, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. 0-1 the count. Now the pitch.
Yeah, he's got these hitters in the proverbial rocking chair right here, pushing the throttle and pulling it. Nice change of speeds.
Hit in the air out to left field. Upton's under it, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Down in order go the White Sox. Score remains tied 1-1. Last half of the 7th here, and the catcher Max Stassi will be the next to bat.
The catcher, Max Stassi.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Fouled away. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Ball hit on the ground for Anderson at short. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Boy, this is an absolute gift to them, especially when they've had so much trouble getting anybody on base. So now the leadoff hitter is aboard and might be looking to run. They've got to do whatever they can to get some offense going.
Robert comes on now, and he has it 1 down. Next to hit is Justin Upton. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, on the ground is short. Could this be 2? There's 1. Throw back to Abreu. They get them both, and the side is retired. Angel ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring up the former top prospect as a minor leaguer, Yoan Moncada. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
You got to love guys auto taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. To first, fielded cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So the next to bat will be Luis Robert. Here's the first pitch to him. Bottom part of the zone. A good changeup gets the call. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error thus far for the White Sox. And he takes strike 2. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. The next 0-2. And he fouls this one off. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
A great equalizer. The changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone. And it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Trout is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Still tied 1 apiece. Matt Foster is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 63, Matt Foster.
And now for the Angels, David Fletcher, 0 for 2 for him to this point.
The second baseman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Robert is right there, 1 down. Next to stand in is Luis Rengifo as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage, and he was able to slow him down right there and get him off balance.
Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Ball 1 as the changeup misses well off the inside. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. And he makes the throw to first. Rengifo is retired, 2 down now.
The batter number 4. Shortstop.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jose Iglesias. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. Score remains tied 1-1.
Trust me when I tell you.
So stepping in is Leury Garcia, and his guys need him to get things started here in the top half of the 9th. Here's the first pitch to him. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. High and deep down the left field line. Here it comes, 0-2. Popped him up. Rendon is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Tim Anderson. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Now here's the first offering. Hit on the ground to third. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Dan, are you even concerned about that? You've been pitching out of a wind-up ball game, and now you have to go to the stretch.
It can be a concern sometimes, Debro, but you try to, in between starts, to make sure that you throw enough pitches out of the stretch.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base.
Hey, it's almost impossible to throw a base runner out that gets a lead that big. And plus, this catcher's not known for having a cannon of an arm.
That's in there. Base hit. And the run is in to score from second.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
At the plate, Jose Abreu. Ball one to start the at-bat. Madrigal, base runner at first with one out. 2-0 now.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
2-1 the count to the White Sox first baseman.
Hey, that's a quality take right there. He knows the pitcher's trying to get him to hit a ground ball and roll two.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that'll get over the wall, so forget about sending the runner. It'll be second and third now with only one away. Next to hit, Eloy Jimenez. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Hey, that was a big pitch right there. You fall behind 2-0, you give this hitter count leverage. He probably tries to ambush a fastball. 1-1 count, he's got to really think through this and have a great game plan.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike two. And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with two away now. Now into the box, Yermin Mercedes. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. No balls and one strike. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch hit in the air down the right field line. Jay gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. White Sox pick up just the one. Liam Hendricks takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. All set for the bottom of the ninth, and that'll bring up the outfielder, John Jay. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Toss started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike one.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Count is 1-2 now.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
And a fastball swung on and hit to second. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Now back, center field.
Stepping in once again is Mike Trout. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
You know, because this is just a one-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike one. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll be the second out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jared Walsh. He's batting cleanup, but has been shut down so far at the plate, 0 for 3. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, and he got a pitch to handle as this ball is hit high in the air and deep. And, folks, this ball game is tied. So it's a solo shot to dead center, and we are tied again. Sure, you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on ShowTrack. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch.
The catcher, number 33, Matt Stassi.
In now, Max Stassi, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. The bouncer to the left side. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. But the tying run comes across to score here as this one looks like it'll go to the wire. So here's Yoan Moncada. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1.
This has to be a productive at-bat right here. I know you want to drive the run in and get the RBI, but you have to find a way, bare minimum, to move this runner over the third.
1-1 the count now. Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike two. Swing and a liner. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. And time will be called here as with the important go-ahead run at second base, they'll opt to go and get a little more speed out there. Now a spin and a throw back to second, and he'll get back in safely. Here's the first pitch.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
The 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Trout has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Adam Eaton will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 12. Adam.
Here's the first pitch as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. It's his job to get something into the outfield and give that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. Bouncer up the middle. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. White Sox leave one. Score remains 2-2. Yasmani Grandal is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now
Taylor Ward will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Ready now for L.A., Anthony Rendon. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him.
at third
Big
base.
slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. The 1-0.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage. 2-0.
Now the 2-0. Fouled off. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. Here's Justin Upton now. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Here's the first pitch. And it's fouled away.
This is a situation where you're going strictly for the strikeout. Infield in, and from the offensive standpoint, you're just trying to create hard contact and get it by that infield.
And Upton swings and misses on a good pitch that time, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Boy, this is a dicey situation right here, D, where with the runner in scoring position, the sac fly brings that run in. This is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, D-Ro?
Yeah, right here, you are looking for anything above the belt. You see it up, you have to let it go. This is where you have to check your ego at the door. Something has to be elevated and put into the outfield. Give your team a chance to score a run.
Throw gets him, 2 down. So next to bat will be David Fletcher. A 2-out hit at win it. Fastball or wild pitch would do the trick just as well. Here's the first pitch. Big spot here. Possible winning run at third. 2 down. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Jimenez is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. Angels leave. Taylor Ward will stay. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Leury Garcia. Anthony Bemboom is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 12, Anthony Bemboom.
Here's the first pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You have one job in this situation, especially down 0-2. You have to find a way to advance that runner to third and give your teammate a chance to drive something into the outfield. You cannot not come through in this situation.
Big spot here, and it'll be Tim Anderson. And a chance they walk him here to set up a double play that would keep the game tied. No balls and a strike to count. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Fouled away. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Hit high in the air down the right field line. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score.
Up next for Chicago.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's what makes you feel really good about yourself.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Next, it'll be Jose Abreu trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. 0-1 the count. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if the hitter expands the zone.
High in the air out to center field. Trout finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. That'll bring in Luis Rengifo. In previous meetings with Liam Hendriks, just a couple of matchups, no hits and 2 at-bats.
Luis Rengifo.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And quickly there's 1 down to lead off the frame.
You know what's funny right there, Matty? Back in the day, you would have saw a ton of high fives in the dugout. But as I look at this guy go back to the dugout, you're not seeing much. Guys don't want to give themselves up. Managers don't want to give away outs anymore. Probably should have just laid down the bunt and took the sacrifice with him. But he still was able to do his job.
Now the 1-0 is chased out of the zone for strike 1.
I always remember John Smoltz telling me the greatest asset a closer can have is short-term memory. And this situation calls for it.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. And hold everything, folks, as this is going to tie the ball game.
You know, Dero, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Garrett Crochet is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Standing in now, John Jay, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
The 1-1 pitch. Possible game winners at second base here with 1 away. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. And they tag him out, but this will work as a sort of a sacrifice as the runner moves up. Big at-bat now, and here is Mike Trout. Though they might pitch around him here with a couple of bases empty. Here's the first pitch. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. Big spot here. Possible winning run at third, 2 down. And he fouls this one off. This one's down to third. Moncada has it. On to first, and that'll mean a 12th inning is in order as this inning is over. Angels get just the 1. Runner at second now. Nobody out. And up next, the exciting Eloy Jimenez. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Jay. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score. So now into the box is Yasmani Grandal. In his career versus this pitcher, he's 1 for 3. Jose Quintana is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. 1-0 the count. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. One and two to the White Sox catcher.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taken all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
Here's a line drive into center field. It's a base hit. A big turning point here as they've taken a lead now deep into extra innings.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. To get that base hit to give your team the lead, you have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
To Iglesias for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. Into the box, Jared Walsh.
And
base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second.
And that home run he hit his last time up, he isn't going to forget about anytime soon. He absolutely destroyed a fastball.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Set to deliver the 0-1. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he'll make it to third safely, so your tying run is 90 feet away with only 1 gone. Anthony Benboom digging in, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. Kurt Suzuki will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 24, Kurt Suzuki.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Coming in to score is the runner from third, and we are once again tied in extra innings.
Boy, not much you can do with that one from a pitching standpoint. It makes a pretty good pitch, and somehow, some way, this guy's able to muscle one in for a base hit.
Yeah, and you know what? Good job by the hitter right there, not trying to do too much. I know he got jam sandwiched right there, but he was able to find some green grass and give himself a chance.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. He could make these fans go nuts and secure the win if he can place a ball deep enough into the gap. The 0-1. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Possible winning run on first, 1 man away. Fouled off. Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. So now to the plate, Justin Upton. Game on the line here, and a ball deep in the gap would make this place explode. Here's the first pitch. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. A 2-0 count to the Angels left fielder. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Much too quick on the trigger there. It's 2-1.
Hey, chalk that up to one you get away with. Once, maybe. Change up, belt high and above usually does not come back. He used his aggressiveness against him right there.
3-1 to him now. 3-1 the pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And there's his first base hit in this one. Throw comes in quickly, but the winning run is in scoring position now with 2 away.
That's the cat and mouse of the game right there. You find yourself count leverage, you think you're getting a heater, he throws an off-speed pitch and you're still able to execute, that fires me up right there.
Here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. On to first. And
softball. They're currently in a rain delay. We're going to get an update in about 40 seconds. James Madison taking on #1 Oklahoma. Bottom 4th, JMU, who has shot everybody in this tournament, down 3-zip. Aaron Juvis to the wall, and that ball is gone. Give me a jump and a celly. Yeah. Second 3-run home run of the tournament. Her first also came off of Shannon Sale of Oklahoma. Bottom 6, Lauren Burnett. And watch Jada Coleman slap a gem on that. Diving catch. We got fired up. I love that. Yeah. Played out. That was a great play. She stole a home run earlier on during their tournament play. It was great. Great defense. Stand new start pitcher is Odyssey Alexander. She's looking to keep this game tied. T.R.A. Jennings, though, who homered off her from the first, goes to the captain right center. Riley Boone scooting all the way around, and Oklahoma is ahead. Slap that dirt. It's 4-3. 2 batters later, Kinsey, Hansen, Yarda. She knew it. Did she know it? Oh, she got that. So good. Oklahoma, and they win it.
we're headed to 13 as that ends the inning. 1 in the inning here for the Angels on a couple of hits. Kurt Suzuki will stay in the ball game, taking over the catch. And stepping in, Luis Robert as he's set to go to lead off the top half. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
And it's fouled away. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Hit to third. Rendon has it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Now it'll be Adam Eaton, and a chance they walk him here to set up a double play that would keep the game tied. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Two and 0. Two and 1. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. The 3-1 pitch. This is pulled into right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? Ready now for the White Sox, Leury Garcia. Here's the first pitch. That one bends into the zone. A strike on the breaking ball. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. He's in there at the plate.
Every time the fucking hit.
They have taken the lead.
Yeah, one a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get one knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, you're talking about coming at a good time, too. You're having kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too. This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. Here's the 2-1. And this one's in the dirt. No advance here, but it's 3-1 now. 3-1. Here it is. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Count remains full. He's set. The 3-2 in the air down the line in left. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. Full count still. Garcia stands at second with 2 gone. Now a ball lined hard toward right center. And he gets there, makes the running play, and that ends the inning. So a run on 1 hit. Aaron Bummer comes in out of the bullpen as he'll finally try to wrap this one up. Digging in, the switch hitter, Luis Rengifo. His career numbers against this pitcher, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Looking for a productive at-bat here. Get that runner from second over to third.
In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 0-2 once more, and he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
The batter number 4.
Striding in is Jose Iglesias, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Hit down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Lined hard to center field. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. Well, he thought about tagging and moving up, but instead he's back to second. And now here is John Jay. He'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Right fielder looking up, still ranging back.
Yes!
And that ball is gone! Santa Maria, game over! So a 2-run homer down the line in right. And with 1 swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Hey, when you get into extra innings, you're always looking for that one guy to step up and be that hero. And this guy was the hero tonight. What does he do? Steps up with a walk-off home run to end this thing in extras.